I can't see anything. The light is too much. Should have worked out in the morning. Now, this is a Q&A, Friday morning Q&A. So, Venus Day, Love and Appreciation Day. So, it's Friday. Friday is ruled by Venus. So, Friday is about love, the things you love, the people you love in your life, the places you love. So, people, places and things, the situations, the circumstances, na vitu kama hizo. Now, today we have the moon in Cancer. So, first of all, today is the 22nd day of the month. So it is the 22nd day of the 7th month of the year, or what you call Libra, or what you call calving season. That is why the whole of this month, you are going to see a lot of nonsense about customer care. So it will be about customer care week. Everyone is like, oh my God. It's Teachers Week. Oh my God, come and buy fuel at Totoro. Oh my God, come to Ruby's and fuel. So there's a lot of that, what you call customer care week. So your people, or the people who, in quotes, even participate in these energies without even knowing. So you have people who are running a business, they don't even know why it's customer care week. So for them, they just do it because, it's customer care week. But they are forgetting that it's because we follow the moon, what you call the month. So when the moon is in the 7th house, or when the moon has moved into Libra, or what you call in Egypt Kemet Ma'at, or the judicial system, or the balancing of the scales, or the 42 wings of Ma'at, where we have in Egypt that lady who has both wings are the same, aka same hours of day to same hours of the night. So it's about balancing. It's about bringing the people closer to you. So whom do you want to work with? Of course, you want to work with people who fuel in your petrol station. So you need to have customer care week. Whom do you work with? Of course, you need to work with these people. So you have, you get the drift. So it is the 22nd day of the moon being in Libra. Now, the moon itself found is in Cancer. Remember, we have what you call the moon, or the month itself. And then we have the micro, or the hourly, what you can call the hourly breakdowns, or whatever is happening, aka your clock. So between 8 and 8 in the morning, 9. Why do you think you pay attention to the hours of the day? No, the reason you're paying attention to the hours of the day is because there's a specific reason that you're supposed to be paying attention to. Okay? So now, when the moon is in Cancer, so what is Cancer? Cancer is Noah's Ark. Cancer is the 4th house. So Cancer is family, home, and things related to the home. So when the moon is in Cancer, like today, and remember the moon is waning. So the moon will also be in Cancer tomorrow. Yeah, for the next 2 days, today and tomorrow, the moon will be in Cancer. So the energies for you, because remember, when you are talking of home, the 4th house, Cancer, heart area, we are talking of a lot of emotions. So this is to do with the houses. So if you don't know about the houses, maybe you can write them down quickly. So the houses, we can start from number 1, or what you call Aries na vitu kama hizo. So 1 is self, or personality, or things to do with yourself. 1. 2, house number 2, this will be Taurus. This is about possession, manifesting, money, and what you can call finances. Then we have the 3rd house, what you call Gemini. So this will be about communication. We have the 4th house. This is home and family. So when the moon is in Cancer, we are talking of home and family. So meaning, today and tomorrow, as a tip, Emotions are usually very elevated. So if you're going to receive a phone call from anyone of your family, so your mother or your father or your siblings, you should be very careful on these 2 days. So you should have discernment when you're dealing with them. You should know what you should be exercising diplomacy. Because today is very easy to shout at your mom or your father based on the fact that the moon is in Cancer, or your spouse. So it is also advisable to get enough sleep today. So on a Friday night, like today, Friday night, come along to, if you can sleep early, is usually best. It's always good to know these days. There are days when even God has allowed you to go and be stupid. Go and have fun and get drunk. You just have to know, because there's a time for everything. There's a time to get drunk. There's a time to anything you can imagine, okay? So exercise diplomacy today and tomorrow, because the moon is in Cancer. Now, back to the houses. So, the 5th house, remember this is Leo. This is your solar plexus. This is your 5th house. So this is about creativity and children, because it is about expressing yourself. Then you go to the 6th house, which is what you call Virgo. So when it comes to Virgo, remember this is connecting. This is like the, when you go to your waist area, the 6th house, the Virgo, this is like the connecting cables. This is like the connecting cables, your waist, okay? So the 6th house is about health and well-being. You need to be connected to your health na vitu kama hizo. This is where you are hinging. Then you go to the 7th house. This is Libra, where we are. So Libra is about relationships. So that is why munaona customer care week, because it's about relating. Okay? Then you go to the 8th house, which is the dick and pussy area, or what you call something that is connected to your desires and intimacy and shared possessions. Okay? So that is why the 8th house is intimacy, shared possessions, na vitu kama hizo. That is why it is your dick and pussy area. That is why this is something to do with intimacy, when you're having sex, na vitu kama hizo. Then you go to the 9th house, or what you call Sagittarius. Remember, the 8th house has to go things to do with akina Scorpio, okay, emotions and feelings, okay, which is where we are going next month. In like 10 days, where now it will be about Black Friday and all that nonsense, because it's about connection, the 8th house, intimacy, shared possessions. So ukinunua kichana, unapewa tractor, ukinunua lawnmower, unapewa bakuli, all that nonsense. Then you go to number 10, which is Capricorn, which is the knee. So this is the CEO energy. So this is about career and vacation, okay? Or I forgot number 9, Sagittarius. This is quest, adventure, traveling. Okay? Nimeruka gani? So it said Scorpio, 8th house. Intimacy and shared possessions. I said adventure, number 9, the thighs. You like being touched in the thighs because that's adventure. When I'm driving, it feels nice to put your hands on a thigh if you are driving with a beautiful woman. That's adventure, quest. Number 10 is career. The 10th house, your kneecaps, which is around January. When they make you pay for new licenses and everything, it's not the new year yet. Remember, the year starts in March. But anyway, everything is reversed for you. Then we have friendship and community when it comes to Aquarius, or your Shin. That is the 11th house. Then when you go to Pisces, the dream and imaginations and witchcraft and religion, that is service and sacrifice. People don't even know why Pisces has to do with sacrifice, because it's the feet. And remember, it is the feet that came out of the water. When you go to evolution, na vitu kama hizo, mnasemanga, we came out of the waters with our feet, your ankles, na vitu kama hizo. Dreams, imaginations, religion. That time is gone now in the age of Aquarius, meaning we are coming up. So in the age of friendship and community. So in the age of friendship and community, or what you call the 11th house, if at this particular moment you have got nothing to do with the community or friendship, then you are failing. Okay? So all this bullshit that you are seeing in the government, all this nonsense of your presidents going to other countries and signing deals and agreements is because that is the energy of Aquarius. However, he doesn't know. Your leaders are the most dumbest people. They don't know anything. You see them in churches praying in the walls of Israel. They don't know. They are just puppets of the true masters. So when you see them signing deals and shaking hands, it's because it's the age of Aquarius, and the 11th house energy is that of friendship and things like those. But then they are not doing them for you because they don't know. We only say that when you know what you're doing, it's a good thing. When you don't know what you're doing, then in Kikuyus we say, "Siadhu adogo liestikinyagira nyeki." But that is not your problem, okay? So you are supposed to be creating a community right now. You're supposed to be looking for people who can work with you. You see, the thing with you Africans is like you have the booga booga mind. You are coconut heads. When you see someone doing something, instead of thinking, how can we work with him? You like copying, okay? You like to copy. Instead of you thinking, how can we work together? How can I give my gifts and talent, and then maybe we can work with Jaga, Mudaka, or whoever. Don't even have to work with me. I don't care. However, I'll have to remind you, that is your problem. You don't know how to work with people. You have so much competitive energy because of your traumas and your epigenetics and how much you have been hurt by your emotionally mature parents na vitu kama hizo. Sasa, anyway, this is a Q&A. That is why if you look at the header, it's a Q&A. So I'm not here to teach. I don't feel like teaching anything. So it's a Q&A, or you can request. Okay, this is the only time you get invited or requested to speak. But the thing is, mkiambiwa request to ask a question, you don't. When it's time to learn, that is when you ask questions. Dayo Mobui, Dayo Modogo ito Brian Joroge. Did I miss any question? No question. This is interesting because my dad is remarrying tomorrow and I just stumbled on your live. Shout out to you. Yeah, be very careful with that energy. Okay, Cancer. So exercise diplomacy. Usiende kutukana na babako because you cannot become his husband. 3,000 lives, 20 people watching. It should be at 20,000. Or maybe you can end this live. So in the next few minutes, so if you don't have a question, so it's a Q&A. Q&A means it's question times. You can ask a question, you can get an answer, you can interact, you can request to be a guest. If you have anything to say, or you can forever hold your peace. Sasa. Yeah, so Q&A. And if again there's nothing to talk about, we can also end the live. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so it's not a big deal. It's a Q&A, so you ask questions. If there's no questions on TikTok, we can go to Facebook, or we can go to YouTube or another channel. You can even get on Twitter and open a space for people who are eager for learning. Okay? This page is not for voters or followers or people who are lost in the system. This is for people who want to build from themselves, who want to learn what is actually going on in the world. Then when you actually know what is going on in the world, now you can participate in the world. It is very wrong to participate in something you do not know. It is good when you know, so that you can know how to engage your enemy or your friends. The problem is a lot of people in the world don't even know what is happening in the world, including your 90%, even your leadership, the people in put in power. And the reason being, if the people who put them in power are clueless, do you think they are going to put anyone in power who has clues of what is happening? The 1% who understand what is happening in the world, their club is a small club and you are not invited. You are invited only when you start doing things that when they look at them, they can say, oh wait, they seem to be knowing what they're doing, and then they don't hate on that because they want to sit back and operate and learn from you. Because everything in this world is from a collective. You give things meanings and reasonings, and then they copy and now make you pay for it. Okay? But once you know how to build a civilization, create something with your unique gifts and talent. It may take longer. It may take longer to get there. But at least when you get there, you are with God. Because you never had to shake hands with the devil to eat. You never had to cheat, break people's heart na vitu kama hizo just to exist. So God likes working with people who are strong. Because you have to be strong-minded. Sasa, yeah, so Q&A. So if there's no questions still, no one wants to request. People are liking the live. Or maybe people want to learn. I also think that people want to learn, maybe they don't have questions. Do you think the Agikuyu God is a tribal God? There's nothing like the Agikuyu God. Neither is there anything like the Akamba God or whatever. God is the overall. Okay? God is all possibilities. What you are calling a God is a point of reference for the first time. So, for the Agikuyu, what are they referencing as the point of reference for the first time? What is their reference for them to exist? It is Gikuyu and Mumbi. For the God of the Bible, the Moses laws, what is their reference to their God? Why did it start? It started with Adam and Eve, so that is their reference. All the other communities, so there's nothing like the Gikuyu God or the whatever God. All those denominations are yours. So when you become aware for the first time in your bloodstream or what you call relatives, the lingo or the language is based on the location that you come out of. So on this land, the lands you came out of, what you call the waters, the seas, the 7 seas, the locations, whether it's the Caucasoids, the Mongoloids, or the so these are the, when I'm talking about the Caucasoids, the Mongoloids, or the Negroids, I'm talking about phenotypes. So these are phenotypes or genes or people who are based on a location, and based on that location, the waters they came out of, how that atmosphere is interacting with the other atmosphere. This is what now gives you those phenotypes or those genes. So the Negroids will come up with their own based on the location. That is the frequency. The Mongoloids or the East will come up with their Chinese lingo. So that becomes the lingo or the language. Then we have the Caucasoid. Come here, my friend. I want to get a cup of coffee. So that becomes the language. So language is based on the location you came out of the water. It has got nothing to do with the Tower of Babel. Another question. What was house number 1? Yes, it was something to do with that when I say myself. God is one, but names are many. Yeah, so Wakamau is answering someone. Shout out to Wakamau. It's like the way people believe in one day. What is your take on our school education? It's not your school education. You are given education. It has got nothing to do with you. Your Magohas, since they need the donations, since they don't have anything to support your education, since the work of the government is to use money, their Magohas are dictated. So education is taught. So in Africa, you are taught to become workers and slaves and not thinkers. So the education system that will be given will be based on that. Now, any education curriculum is based on 3 alignments: Neptune, Uranus, and Pluto. Okay? Those alignments dictate the education system depending on the age or the time of those people. So Neptune is all those are involved with your imaginations, what you call illusions and dreams, innovations na vitu kama hizo. So that is why your education keeps changing every few years, because they have to program you depending on the as above so below, depending on what is happening in the skies. Can you restructure that education for them so that based on what is happening in the skies and the movies we give them and the cartoons, we produce workers, while our children go to Montessori because they are the bosses. Okay? Because you have never understood that there's nothing like Egypt. Egypt means slave or the slave mines. or people who have weak minds, so they need people to lead them. So even when it comes to education, you need people to come up with a curriculum for you. You have come up with nothing, Africans. You have nothing. You don't have your own education. Otherwise, you'd have your own African universities. Not teaching what is being taught in the world. No. Your own teachings with your melanin, which you claim is powerful. So since you don't have any of your universities and your ministers like sending their children to their Oxford because you believe that is their only system, because you look at them like gods, you have no charismatic gifts, then what you are calling your education is not yours. It is handed down education. And that is why it is so expensive for group of schools or international schools, because they know the value. Because in those schools, they teach comprehension. You should go to school to learn comprehension skills, not how to do mathematics. That is where the Montessori way of education is about comprehension. Articulating the on such school education. Yeah, so your school education is not yours, okay? It's theirs. However, you can manipulate it. So how do you manipulate it? You let your child go to school, learn whatever they are learning in school, but then when you come home, you do your own, what you call homework. You check what is trending. What kind of education is trending? Anyway, this becomes so hard for our people, man, because you're supposed to be teaching your children depending on the alignments in the skies, like understanding where you are right now. We are in the age of AI. So even now, it's pointless to continue paying for your kids' high school fees if he has no coding skills. Hata afadhali umtoe high school, umlipie computer na online school afanye coding, kwa sababu hiyo bullshit anafanya high school, he'll only end up becoming a manual labor as he has got no coding skills. Money is not just stolen for no reason. I remember when your former puppet president Uhuru Kenyatta was in parliament or was in government, they had come up with an idea for laptops na vitu kama hizo. So we are in the age of AI, but pesa ya watoto wenyu ya laptop ilikuliwa. Then here comes stupid Magoha with an education system ati watoto wanaenda kufagia soko in 2023. Alafu mtakuja hapa kusema we have melanin, we are powerful. While your counterpart children in Asian countries, China, ndio maana mnajifunza kusoma China, they are already ahead of you. Now, instead of you now tasking the government that you have to ask for computers, now, your government is giving you wheelbarrows. Your government is giving you bicycles za kuuza sweetie. That is what your president is riding on. Your president is riding electric cars in 2023. Tiny cars, kitu unaweza piga na mguu yanguke huko. Instead of concentrating on what you should be, because they don't know, because they are pushing policies venye wanaambiwa, global warming, sustainability of the future of this country. I am taking the mantle as the president of green carbon emissions. Fuck your green carbon emissions. What about our children and the age that is coming? Those are the questions you should be asking. And it's about time you stopped giving attention to governments. It's about time. You should participate in the governments, because in this worldview, they have created that and you have to participate and you cannot fight it. However, it should be working for you and not against you. When I look at the government now, it's working against your children. So again, 50 years from now, it will be the same story. We were slaves. We were children of the Mau Mau. Now again, you are going to complain. Your children will be complaining of their fathers, you. How to have self-love for myself. Start by telling yourself you love yourself and meaning it. You can write it down. In fact, the best way, you have a smartphone. Download what you call a voice recorder. Then sit down and write down some things that you really truly mean them when you are saying them. I love myself despite what I'm going through. I have faith in myself. And you keep repeating it over and over. Then get an app that can loop that thing for you. Then record that thing for like 20 minutes. Na ukilala unaivaa kwa headphones, una play. So you fall to sleep listening to yourself giving yourself affirmations. Don't even go for YouTube affirmations. Fuck those people. You don't even know them. Okay, what should you be giving them the money? And they're not even the people speaking. It's AI. So as you speak, that becomes your reality. So learn to create your own reality. That is one of the best ways. Learn to appreciate yourself. Also look for people who appreciate you. They are there. You don't even have to be people close to you. There are people who admire you. You may not even know it, but there are some people who really admire you. They may not say it, but they really truly admire you. And you are a lovable person. And if someone has not told you they love you before, I love you. Is it wrong to see myself as God, aka the creator of my day? Today activities? No, you are the creator, you are not the creation. You shape your day with the thoughts and feelings that you have. If, for example, today you're supposed to go get some money somewhere and you change your mind, it's you who changed your mind. It's not God. It's you decided I will not go. So there's nothing wrong with you shaping your day or saying that you're running your day. You own it and you run the show. You say the other time public schools produce voters and touts, etc. I used to be a matatu tout, so there's nothing wrong with being a tout because it's what you do based on survival, fight or flight. So forgive yourself for the things you do when you're on survival mode. However, public schools produce hecklers and voters. And I have no shame saying that. How do you cram 60 students in one class and expect to have anything more than hecklers and voters? No more question. Looking for the questions. I'm still under 10,000 likes. In the next 15 minutes, if you're not at 20,000 likes, I'm ending this live. Moon is in Cancer. I will not be disrespected like that, okay? I refuse to be disrespected. That is disrespectful. To be at Jana Tuli crash. Yesterday we started the live. The live crashed because you couldn't tap the screen. Because I keep telling you I'm shadow banned. So ikifika, if you're not at 20,000 likes, fuck this live. We can end it. So you can request as a guest. You can ask. No one is asking. Why do astral projection vanish the moment you get to understand and get aware who you are? It doesn't vanish. What do you mean get aware into who you are? What is astral projection? That is where we should start. How do you understand astral projection? Because people have the wrong understanding of astral projection in this ride. What is astral? Out there. What is projecting? Like a projector. Think of when you have a projector, a movie projector, and you need a light. But the light has to go through a film, an imagination, a vision. So when you shine the light, then it goes through the film, then it's projected on a wall. So astral projecting is anything that you are putting out there, and then you can have a vision of that. Hii uongo inadanganyana huku YouTube. Astro projecting. You are imagining. Kuna kitu kama astral projection. You are imagining. That's it. That's all. What do you mean you are astral projecting? Imagining. What is the sense of having shades or spectacles as a spiritual person? Do you know if there's any significance of doing that? How do you receive miraculous healing? How did Manga Kata affect people spiritually? Who is Manga Kata? I don't know Manga. Magna Kata. I don't know who is Magna Kata. That is very new to me. Okay, someone asked, how do you receive miraculous healing? Healing is healing. There's nothing like miraculous healing. What is miraculous? Healing is healing. Every healing is miraculous, if that is how you want to say it. How do you receive? Everything you receive is by accepting. You accept that as your reality, it becomes your reality. And you start resonating with that thing. Sasa, It was a treaty. I don't know about any treaty, but any treaty that was signed, that was a form of government. I don't sign any treaties. Shout out to Richard. Richard, I'll be coming to... No, not today. I'll be coming towards your side today. Richard, I'll be coming kwenye tulikunywa supu last time, that area. Si umejua ni wapi? Where we had supu. Si supu, chai mingi. Kwenye tulikunywa chai mingi, sijui chai ine. Mahali kunauzwa mitura. You know the location. You don't have to say where. I'll be coming around those sides. So if you can get around those sides, I can pass you the laptop. You confirm. But that is the farthest I'll come down that direction. So if you're not coming that direction, Sitaibeba, but I'll be around that area. From my understanding, is it wise to break an egg after cleaning? Can you rephrase your question? How to quit gambling? Are you addicted to gambling? Now, Richard is asking at which time. In right now it's 10. So Gemini hour. So around, nitakonfirmia Richard, I think around 11 ndio nitatoka hapa. But I'll confirm for you. If you're addicted to gambling, you have to understand that you are not addicted to gambling. You are hooked on expectations of things falling in your lap without you doing any of the work. Okay? So you are in a state of, or mind state, where you're expecting things to fall in your lap without you doing the work, which it can happen also if you are master manifest. It can also happen. You can also be lucky. Some people are just lucky like that if they have that alignment. So the people who win in Rotaries is because of the alignment. There are some people based on their alignment, things just seem to go their way. So these are people who munawaitanga lucky. Modosi ya monyaka wawera, modosi ya monyaka, but they don't know it has got something to do with their alignments. And they may, it's not what you do, it's how you do. So since their master manifest as based on their alignments, when they start doing a routine, every day they put energy into that, gambling. So they grow that crowd to the point it can manifest on them as winning. But if you don't have that lucky streak on you, then it's not for you. Look for a way to divert all that energy. Like hiyo time unasikianga unataka kufanya. But now this is hard because you're just doing it on your phone. See activity unaweza acha uende ufanye. I think I did a video on gambling and how to get out of gambling, esoteric. I think I have a video like that on YouTube. But it's not titled like that. I'll find it on YouTube and retitle it. Because nimeulizwa hiyo swali bado juzi. Maybe when you look at the video, you can understand it. It's on my YouTube. Jagawa Muthaka. How helpful is egg cleansing from your understanding? It depends on your intention. And again, it intentions on your faith, belief, and imagination in that working for you. You can use anything. You can even use leaves like these ones for cleansing, depending on if you know what you're doing, okay? So it's not what you do, it's how you do. But then again, if you know how to look at the correspondences, it makes more sense. For example, if you look at this leaf, it is very broad, okay? So if you look at both these leaves now, okay, they look like the lungs in your body, okay? So when you look at the capillaries, the veins, okay, the veins on the leaves, it has very many veins, many tributaries when you look at it. So this means it has a lot of activities going in, air spaces na vitu kama hizo. So by default, this is a leaf that can be a correspondence to your lungs. That is even why you smoke tobacco, because tobacco has big leaves and they have a lot of veins like your lungs. So inaweza pelekana na lungs yako, correspondences. So if you know what you're doing, let's say you want to cleanse from something and you don't know what to use. So in nature, you can look at a plant and the characteristics of that plant is cleansing or getting rid of something so you can use it. Let's say you have enemies around you. Unaenda mahali, you don't have iron to protect yourself, and you are feeling vulnerable, unaweza chuna mwiba uweke kwa mfuko, kwa sababu it's not what you do, it's how you do. So the thorns, since they can dunga mutu, prick someone, when you do alchemy or your own witchcraft and put the thorns in your pocket with the intentions of mutu asinikaribie, then that is what is going to happen. No one is going to come close to you. Remember, you are the creator, you are not the creations. Are there other beings out there such as aliens? No. The only aliens are the people we are creating in this world. He, she, he. I identify as, I'd rather not say, those are the aliens. There's that outside the atmosphere. So you can only exist inside an atmosphere, aka this atmosphere, or what you call a mental membrane. So your world, for example, the world we're living in, what you are calling a firmament, that is like a brain, that is like a membrane. That's like the brain. You have a brain that surrounds your brain. That is the same thing. That's like a brain. That's a membrane. So you cannot go beyond that. If you are to go through space, we have never been to space. If you are to go through space, then for you to experience that space, you'd have to be made out of the material in that space, in that atmosphere, because that's another water cycle. That's a very fast flowing water cycle. That is why when they throw their rockets, they seem to bounce out of the firmament, because the firmament is a very fast moving. Think about the firmament, or what you call space, as another sea, another body of water moving very fast, interacting with our atmosphere or our bubble. Think about our world like a bubble within other bubbles. So you can go, the only way you can experience an alien if you are made out of the material in that other bubble. Everything else you see is CGI and NASA lies. How happy is excellent. Okay, hiyo tumejibu. What advice would you give a young person who can't access any of their feelings? You can access any of your feelings. Right now, you are in the feeling of asking, wanting to know something. That's a feeling. I want to know something. Okay, hakuna mtu ana access. However, what advice would you give a young person who can't see this manner? Who can't accept any of their feelings? So that is being in denial. So you're in a lot of denial. So you should be asking yourself, why do you feel the need to deny a lot of your thoughts and feelings? It's because they are not you. Your thoughts and feelings are not you. You catch thoughts, you catch feelings. So you are catching a lot of thoughts and feelings that are not you. So I would advise you to create what you can call your own persona. Create your own character that has got nothing to do with anybody else or people outside of you. So the feelings and the thoughts are purely yours. They are not from this world. Though interact with the world, with the people, places, and things, and you participate in the world, however, create something unique, something never seen, a painting. Like, try to be lost in your own imaginations where you're doing a lot of things that look like it's only you. Okay? Does pork oil really chase away negative energy? How do you get back control of your life, like feeling like you're not controlling your actions? How can you get back control of your life, like feeling like you're not? So most of the people in this world, we don't control. Like I said, we don't control our actions. Okay, the moment you step out of your door, you're stepping into a portal, somebody's world, a billboard, an advertisement, a brand, a car, other people's way of dressing, how they look at you. So you have to participate. You cannot be unique and original. In 48 laws of power, tunasemanga isolation is dangerous. But you have to participate knowing that everything you see, unless you create, it's a program. You didn't create any of these programs. So since you didn't create them, you are just participating. Know that everything that you see is a program. You can participate in that program. But by first accepting that it has got nothing to do with you, and you cannot change it, you can only change your way of interacting with it and how that thing impacts you. So that, I think, is a good way of now you relating to the world, knowing that You do not have to go around feeling sorry for yourself for things not going your way. It has got nothing to do with you. Okay? Some people are like that. Thanks a bunch for the explanation. Do you have a podcast? I do have a podcast. It's also called Jegawa Mudhaka. It's also on Spotify. How do you get back control of your life? Okay, hiyo tumejibu. Oh, you are very lucky. We're already at 20,000 and it's 10. So we are going to learn, okay? So let's teach, because you got 20,000, to people that are scared of everything. What is your opinion and advice? Why are you scared of everything? Where is this fear coming from? I understand that this is a world that is based on fear, based on the how it has been created, because fear makes people pay attention. Okay? The only way to make people pay attention is fear. Go out and do an experiment. Go somewhere and shout something that has the fear energy. See how people react. Enda tu mahali upige nduru. Hata si sana. Enda tu kwa street uanza kupiga nduru. Ooh, ooh. That's very fearful. That's a very low vibration. And see how many people are going to collect around you to know what is happening. Now go in public and start laughing. See how many people are going to call you crazy and not even pay attention. Okay, so the only way to make people pay attention or spirits pay attention is through fear. So I understand why you have so much fear in this world. It was you have so much uncertainty. And that uncertainty comes from not knowing self or not knowing your purpose and why you are here. You think you are born to come, give birth, and die. Okay? Incarnate, reincarnate, become, keep coming back to this world and doing it for them. You're supposed to incarnate. Okay? So focus on incarnating, going into new things. Don't repeat. That energy of re is too heavy. Go into new things, new friendships, and learn to cut off old ties. In Libra, cuffing season. Okay, I was just talking to someone and they said something totally opposite the energy of Libra, which is cuffing season. Cuffing season is, like we said, is it the time to be attaching to things, people, places, and things that no longer serve you? Or is it a time to attach to things that can serve you now? No. So sometimes people are demonic and they forget because of their emotions or being carried by an action that just happened. Okay. And also this thing of feeling like you are special, like things cannot go bad for you. You know, you have to get to a point where you accept and you take your lessons and keep moving. It's never that serious. Okay. You should not be attaching more karma to yourself for no reason. To people that, okay, how to lose weight. Go to my page, Body by Richie on Facebook. I have tons of information on how to lose weight. Or go to Instagram, Body by Richie also on Instagram. Tons of information on how to lose weight. Exercises for you right there. However, for you to lose weight, first of all, maybe the reason you're accumulating weight is based on your emotional state of mind, whereby you are eating for comfort or as an escape from not wanting to face the things in your life. However, if you're not stressed, and also it also depends on your body. We have 3 body types. We have ectomorph, we have mesomorph, and we have ectomorph, mesomorph, and endomorph. Those are 3 body types, where we have some body types that accumulate fat easier than others. So others don't lose weight, others lose weight quickly. So it depends on your body type. However, if you are heavy for no reason, you can reduce your calories intake, or instead of reducing, you look for an activity that can help you burn the extra calories that you have, and then you are going to lose weight. Sasa, becoming Wanjiru, I need to know how to get myself unstuck. I've spent too much time on heal and isolation. Isolation is dangerous, Wanjiru. get in some activity, look for some activity that is totally opposite what you are. Okay? Totally opposite what you are. Go get victimized. Do something totally opposite what you have been doing. Totally opposite what you have been doing. And then balance that shit. Okay? What do you think of seeing and hearing what you are thinking? Some of your questions don't make sense. What do you think of seeing and hearing what you are thinking? What you are thinking, if you see and hear it, then it's meaning you are bring it into existence. So if what you are seeing and hearing is not adding value to your life, how about you use the same gifts, but now you start thinking and hearing things that work for you, that manifest as you manifesting either more financial freedom in your side or more accumulation of things going your way than opposite your way. Because there's nothing wrong if what you are seeing and hearing is coming from your thinking. How about you have high thoughts? How about you hear good thoughts so they end up manifesting instead of manifesting bullshit? You see, there's nothing wrong with that. Just change what you are thinking. It's true what you are saying, because I'm in a level in life I feel very strongly to cut people off. Cut them off. Cut them off. Even if they are your parents and they are not working for you, cut them off. Siblings, cut them off. Jenga, how to deal with guilt, shame, judgment, and gaslighting from family. Boundaries. Okay? Boundaries. Make them know that you don't like when they make you feel like that, and be very firm with that. Make them know. The same way you don't take bullshit from friends or strangers, the same energy when you meet a stranger and they make you feel bad, you even call them umbo wewe. That is the same energy you should have on people who make you feel the same, whether it's family or whoever they are. Your family is not you. You are just related out of relativity. You came through them. If they were your family, they'd be able to give you blood. If your mother cannot donate blood to you, or your father or your sister, sijui babako ni blood A, group A, mamako ni O negative, your sister ni O positive, your brother hapo ni XYZ, hata ujui damu yake. So that is not your family. Your family is the people you are relating with out there who are concerned about your welfare. That's now someone you can call family. That is why they say you can have a friend who sticks closer than a family member. So, boundaries. Stop allowing people overstepping in your boundaries because you are parentified or you have emotional, unintelligent emotionally. We are in very new times. And new times called for new ways of relating with people. Cut them off totally until they respect you. If they need you, if they feel they deserve you, then they are going to put the effort to get that relationship going. If not, then you don't need them. So, how can I protect my energy, especially around too many people? I tend to pick up on people meeting. And when do I decide to pick Wanjiro? Why do you think the world cares about? Why do you care about the world so much? And now you're around people. Nataka pick energy. What? And this is the other thing with the spirituality or empaths. It has got nothing to do with you with picking people's energy and shit. I used to be like that sometimes where I'd spend too much time trying to analyze people. Nowadays, I don't. It will get to a point whereby it is what it is, you know? And you're still going to find yourself fucking up sometimes, getting it all wrong, because that doesn't mean because now you are there, you are going to get it right. No. Life is about the yin yang. It's about a pulse. Okay? It's about balancing. Going in, coming out, na vitu kama hizo. So Wanjiro, don't go around thinking, I shouldn't be around negative people. In fact, you should interact with negative people sometimes to learn them. Go to a club, okay? Order a drink and indulge with those people. But then again, you have to know when to do this. It's not all the time, eh? Indulge, learn people. You cannot isolate yourself forever. You need these people. You need these demons. This is already a very demonic world. So you know how to dance with the demons. Okay, be like Wednesday from American Gods. Okay, be like Wednesday, Mercury. Interact with the people. So if you feel not strong enough, you should be strong enough. You see, you don't need that kind of language already around you. You don't need to go with ish kind of language. You should be strong enough. Who said you are not strong? Who has broken you to that point where you feel you're not strong? So that should be in itself a warning. If people are making me feel so weak around them, then I need to change that group of people to be among us people who make me feel like I'm the most powerful motherfucker in this world and that kind of thing. So look for your tribe. Okay? Look for people who make you feel better. If you don't have, because this world is so demonic, you're going to have competition around you. That is how this world is. You're always in a competition kind of energy where there's enough for everyone. If you don't have those kind of people, then you can isolate as you work on yourself. This is too early to mention what I'm planning to do on, and I'll not even be mentioning my plans here because most of you are very demonic. Every time I say what you are planning to do, you can't wait for me to say something like, "Oh, I'm tired. Let's go and start ours here." Ah, yeah. I am not, so I want to. You can DM me. Where mwenye unauliza hivyo, who is this? User 86 54 84 66 71, whatever your name is, you can DM me. I can give you tips on that. Dayo Jegawande tupatie kirera kiabaki, please. Let's learn. Class in session for 10 minutes. In my book, hii ndio imetoka, so hii ndio tutasoma. It was not the plan. Hizi ni zile makaratasi napeangwa za properties. I pick all of them, not to buy a piece of plot. This video is not sponsored by Fusion Estates. However, wakona proti wanauza an eighth. I don't believe in these pieces of land. So me, I use them for my notes. So every time napeangwa ni mingi. Na mali napewa ninunue broti. All this. So I use them to write my notes in the back. So acha tuone hii nimeandika nini. God wants you to get things out. Not what you feel. What observation are you in? And God say, and God saw it was good. Once you know, you do better. So this is actually for anyone who was asking questions. I don't have any other shows. Jenga. Yeah, you can DM me on TikTok. You can DM me on TikTok. So this is actually resonating with what you're asking. Eh? There's nothing like a coincidence. So I'm going to talk about this. And it says, once you know, you do better. And then inasema, your esoteric currency is knowledge. What you are holding in means you are selfish. So stop holding to the gifts and talents that you have. God likes to release. That is why God created the world. And then he saw it was good. So first of all, you have to react, do something, and then see it is good or bad. So, how we shed it out. So whatever you are creating, how you shed it out is through inspiration. You get out, can't remember what I wrote. Now, someone is saying that how can they, the question was the frustrations. So class in sessions, topic will be why anything we think is not manifested. So in our day-to-days, we think a lot of things that we want to manifest in our lives. Okay? We want so many things to manifest, and so we think This is going to be obvious. So why everything we want is not manifested? Why do we manifest not what everything we want, but some things? So remember, as a spirit, you become aware. You are the observer. When you become aware and you are the observer, you create what you call a membrane. So that membrane is a mind to reflect on. So the reason you have your skull surrounding your brain and your brain looks like clouds is because your brain or your thoughts and feelings look like clouds. Okay? So they need a skull. You need an occipital bone. You need a skull or a membrane so that when that mind bends in on itself, it can have a reflection. The left side of the brain and the left side of the brain, they need a reflection. So that becomes something for the mind to reflect on. Okay? So now that accumulates what you can call experience, because whatever you are thinking and feeling is an experience, because what you are thinking or feeling, you experience it based on the people, places, and things, situations, and circumstances that you indulge with. Okay? So that becomes your realm of reality all the way to where you live, what you do, na vitu kama hizo. So in the 7th, 8th, and 9th dimension, you are becoming aware. That is the 9th dimension. You become aware. Did we crash again? Then in the 4th, 5th, and 6th dimension, that is the mind, you create a mind, a dream, an imagination. Then in the 1, 2, and 3 dimension, the physical, now you experience those things in the physical, be it in people, be it in things, na vitu kama hizo, things that take shape, form, density, 3D. Something you can experience, something you can have a totality about, something you can go around, something that you can understand from a point of view, indulge in that thing, and you can tell us or show us what that thing is. Okay? So how do we manifest our bodies? So when we get too attached to a specific world, a realm of reality, okay, which is the death of the mind, because that is the imagination, it has to be slowed down in the 3D, because this is where now it becomes physical. Now, since things take so much time here, before you are born, you had to take a whole 10 months in your mama's womb for you to get born here. Yet there are places where the same way you can come up with an idea, that is birth. Oh, I just got an idea. That is birth. But in this world, your idea of you being born is taking 9 months. And then you have to take another 18 years before now you become a grown-up. There are realms of reality where you manifest things instantaneous. Okay? But in these places, it has to go through so many trials and tribulations. You have to go through kindergarten. You have to go through lower education, higher education. So this is a very slowed down realm of reality, which is why spirits love coming here. Things are slowed down here so much. This is the only realm of reality where you can enjoy sex in the physical, because it's so slowed down. You even need what you can call physical sexual organs to have sex. Sex is nothing but an exchange of two energies to create another, which can be just a thought and feeling. But in this realm, everything is so slowed down. So there are some dreams that you think or imagine, but they are not going to accumulate in this lifetime. You are going to need to collect your gemstones in another lifetime to attain them. So that is why some of your thoughts and feelings or dreams take so long to be manifested here. But that does not mean that you should stop dreaming. You should continue dreaming. You should continue doing the rituals and witchcraft, or the things you need to do to make that thing accumulate into a reality. Sasa, what happened? Did we hang? No comment, nothing. Or you are back. I don't have other socials Jenga. That is the last comment. Maybe hakuna kitu ingine. Nyege Baridi join. Shout out to Nyege Baridi. Invite Mokamit if you want to go live. I'm not inviting anyone. It's your time to request. Not coming for you. I said it's an open panel. Ukitaka ku request, you can request. If you don't want, we can end the live. You know. It's Friday. Love and appreciation day. Venus, Moon in Cancer. So be extra diplomatic today. Sasa. Yesterday, the moon was in Gemini. A lot of you people were reacting to a lot of communication and gossip, and things not going your way. Now, today, the moon is in Cancer. You are lost in your emotions and feelings. You think it is about you. Who said it's about you? 7 billion people in the world. Who said it's about you? Why are you feeling special? I'm so special. I'm all special, so special, so special. I'm the only one allowed to feel special. Jagawa Mudaka. No pun intended or puns intended. We are listening. So am I dark? Nimeona comment. We are listening. But you know it's dark on my side, eh? We are listening. It's dark. On my side naona comment. Si zote naona comment nasema we are listening. Hapo there's a request. Naona request. Wacha tuone kama kuna Nyabura yakwa digemo ekia nyabura nedari yakwa. We are live. Diri guo singeingia live kwa saa. Unaweza ingia live bila nguo. Point the camera in your face. Okay? How do you protect yourself when you take your own path to get to know self? Nyabura. We can hear you loud and clear.
My net is down, so I'm not sure if I'm on it, yeah? I have a question for you. As a woman, or I myself, why does my period have to keep alternating when I get to a new environment?
Why does your what?
Like when I travel, my period changing when I travel. The day it used to be, what changed? What does don't align with the moon the way I'm used to when we get to set at one place? Because when we get move at a different location or environment, it keeps changing. What happens?
Are you talking about your moods or your menses?
Not my moods, my menses.
Or your menses? Then that means that your menses are influenced by. That means your menses are influenced by. So that means as a female or the female body that you choose, when it comes now to your what you can call your menses, it was not very. Unaweza mute. Can you hear me? Yes. So that means that when you choose your female organs, or as a spirit, when you went to that location to pick your female organs, you pick female organs that are very heavily influenced by other female organs. So your organs, because remember, your organs, you are not your organs. That is why you can be given organs by other people. That is why you can get donations. Your organ is not you. You use your organs. Your heart is not you. You use your heart. Your liver is not you. You use your liver. So as a spirit, when now you are creating your organs, ni kama unaendanga duka. It's like you are going to nani tunaweza promote hapa. We don't like promoting these stupid external companies. Let's promote them. Let's say you go to Amazon.com and you buy a heart here, you buy lungs here, you buy all these organs here, and then you come and you combine them on your tree, your body, your skeleton. And so these organs, where you picked your female organs, you picked female organs that were heavily influenced by others. So whatever female organs you picked, ni kama ulichukua female organs zenye zinapenda kushinda mikutano ya siasa. So these are followers, though these are easily influenced. So every time you go to a new location, the female organs in that location, they pack up with your cycle. So your cycle has to follow them. So unakuta, oh shit, I'm in an office, all of a sudden dates zangu za menses zimechange based on mwenye tumekaa naye mwanamke pia ziku zake ziko hivi. So that's just it. Basically esoterical, you picked organs that are heavily influenced. So your organs are, you picked your organs from, maybe they used to belong to someone who was heavily influenced by a government or a system and they were following, they loved obeying na vitu kama hizo, esoterically speaking, because your organs are not yours. Ni sasa shauta utunyambura.
Then I have an option. Myself, I don't get sick. When I get sick, I turn coma. It will take the whole house. I'll take the whole house down. I turn coma. I get so down, and then when I get medication, my body usually inakata. It doesn't go well with medication. I'm just me. The body gonna heal itself, no matter how long it's gonna take. No amount of medication, and I feel sometimes overwhelmed because ataka whatever I'm suffering will gonna be 3 people maybe we get have the same symptoms, but mine won't work with the medication I'm gonna be given by the doctor. My body totally rejects medication. Kabisa, kabisa, kabisa. For me, even if I want to go with someone in hospital, even the smell of medication is gonna make me sick. Getting sick also gets me sick twice. I don't know whether it's the thought, the fear, I don't know, but the smell of medication also gets me sick twice.
Then stop taking medication. Unless you are totally ill and you, I didn't say don't go to a doctor, but when you talk to your doctor, you can tell them, kuna medication anipeleki vizuri, or I don't like medication. However, you should know that what it means to become sick or to fall sick. Okay? Unless you have something very chronic like a hernia or something that comes with your organs, all these other things, there's a reason why you get sick. A sickness is just telling you that something is not going the way it's supposed to be, aka your homeostasis is unbalanced. You don't have a balance in your body. It's called homeostasis when you're wamefanya anatomy. So you're unbalanced somewhere, and the only way it can manifest is to show you as a symptoms of something not going your way. So stop taking medication if you're not truly sick. Do we match the frequency of what we consume? Yes.
No, you're not getting me. I say, even if I get sick, I don't do well with medication.
That is why I said stop taking
I rarely get
medication if
sick,
when you are
and
sick,
if when I get sick,
you shouldn't even be thinking, are you sick right now? Are you sick
I
at the
was
moment?
sick, but due to I'm not, but I was sick before I'm recovering due to weather change.
So you're not sick, but so you like being in that frequency of being sick. Because if you're not sick, why are you talking about sickness? When I'm asking you, are you sick? Why are you saying I'm not sick, but
I
I'm not
want to
sick, but
understand it.
yes?
Currently, I'm recovering from what I was sick. Currently, I'm recovering because I'm
Yeah,
in
if
a
you are
new
recovering
environment.
or you're in a new environment, then best to you to adapt in that environment. Also, what
Yes.
you need to know, you should also understand yourself more. You should know self more. You should know your alignment more. And also ask yourself, because sickness comes from the mind first. Is the place making you sick? Maybe you moving around is the one that is actually making you sick. Maybe you are tired of moving up and down. Maybe the body is trying to tell you something that involves you now being settled in one area because you don't need to keep changing. Because maybe you keep starting things, you start something, you have to restart something. So your body is telling you it's about time we stop doing these things.
Thank
Do you
you.
get it? Yeah, and also look
I
at
do.
alternative
Okay.
medication. Ask why when you take medication you get sick instead of getting better. Ask yourself deeper questions. Ask yourself deeper questions, and you have the find the answers within you. How do we learn about oneself in this world? You're in the right place. You're learning about yourself. You are doing okay. So no more questions. No need any more questions.
Let me ask you one more question. God, when I came to when I came to understand who I am,
Hmm. Today is Love and Appreciation Day. However, you don't have the patience. Articulate your question quickly, like have it ready. Have your question ready and ask your question. We cannot sit here and wait for you to prepare a question. If you don't have a question, it's okay. It is not ready.
I do have a question. When I came to realize my spiritual journey, I got sick also. Why? And this is the part, that's why I'm asking this question. This is a part, I got sick also, and the doctor couldn't tell why I was sick. I was given medication, Trianella, they didn't even know what they were treating, but I was given medication. I don't know how I got killed, but that's the moment I realized who I am, and it was so heavy. Then again, right now I'm saying I'm a new environment. I get sick. Then I also come to get this other the very of who I am. Is it kind of I'm not listening to myself, or information that comes with a very heavy force towards me?
You see, you have the answers. We mwenyewe umesema I don't listen to myself. We mwenyewe ndio umesema I don't listen to myself. Information is coming. So you are the one who's not paying attention to all these reasons. For example, why would you take medication if the doctors have told you they don't know what is wrong and they're giving you medication? Why would you even take that medication? Why? You should have told the doctors, okay, you don't know what is wrong with me, I'll go and figure it out. You know? So why do you allow people to just practice on you or experiment on you? So you seem to be going through what you call a spiritual awakening that is manifesting through your body. And your body is trying to tell you something is misaligned. So maybe you need a reading. If you know someone who can give you a reading, look for someone who can give you a reading online based on your birth chart. Maybe that is going to help you. But do find someone to do a reading for you. Weko, Weko. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, find someone maybe online who can do a reading for you. Even in Somalia, you can find. Ask the Somalis wakupatie muganga wao, mtu wa kwao mwenye ako huko kwa kichaka, wale watu wa kichaka wa uganga huko, wende ugangalue huko, wakuangalilie maneno yako, watakuambia mganga ni mganga. And if you have a calling, they'll tell you are calling if you have. Ni sawa. Shout out to you.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you.
Ciao ciao Nyambura, all the way from Somalia. And best to you in Somalia. Best to you. Nyambura wa Somali. When you have a hand, does that mean you have to undergo the procedure? What procedure? I just said like when you manifest like a hernia, anyone who's struggling with a hernia, that's something that has to do with your alignments in the skies. Okay, that means you need to look at your path chart very carefully. And that's what I meant. There are some diseases like hernias that's a metaphysical disease. Okay? So we don't even call them diseases. That's a metaphysical manifestation. So that has got to do with Virgo area. So that you have to check your sun. Your sun, that's your 5th house. So your sun, you have to check your sun, check your moon, and then check your Virgo. and those kind of things. Look at those signs. You may be missing a planet on one of the signs, or you may be having what you call a black hole in your chart, and it's good to understand in the how to balance that thing. Maybe you're, okay, how do we learn about oneself in this world? Sasa, I think you have run out of questions, or you are back in the chat. Sasa naona questions zenyu. Nyambura can also DM Jenga for more guidance. Or she can DM someone else. Nowadays, I don't even like people DMing me with their problems. People DM with their problems and you think I'm here to help you. We match the frequency of what we consume. Yes, you do with your food. Your food, when you eat, that's vibration. So when you eat fruits, that's for your emotions. That's for your blood and fluids and plasmas, okay? So to feed your emotional part, your blood plasma, your what you call blood, your waters, emotions, that is plant-based. For your flesh, for your energy, those will be things like meats na vitu kama hizo. Naona? And if you say, wewe unasemanga vizuri sana, this is just flesh. Okay? This is not you. This is just flesh. So why should you care about what you are feeding to your flesh? So this is for all those people who are in spirituality who say that you cannot eat meat. Okay? I even know where you got that knowledge. When you eat fruits alchemy is for your blood, plasma, soul, na vitu kama hizo. What you call soul food. Solids, meats, those are for giving your body energy. Okay? Now that has got nothing to do with your spirit at all. Learn to separate these things and get out of your spiritual high horses where you have the wrong starting points. And now you are taking spirituality like a wave or what you can call a religion. And now you can go say, if even one who eats meat cannot seek the kingdom of God, fuck your God. If it's not taking people who eat meat, I would not want to be around a God who does not want people eating meat. Fuck your God if he doesn't eat meat. What about mganga mwenye anakuambia usiende kwa mganga mwingine nikianza rituals na yeye? Fuck him also. He's selfish. He just wants to take the money from you. Even doctors recommend doctors. Anakuambia enda kwani mganga wote yako na majibu. Si anaweza kuwa amefika mwisho. I'll do a whole video on wagangas one of these days. Nataka kunipeleka lecture. I don't even need to be going into this. I don't like casting stones at people, but now it looks like I'll have to. Anyone who's a healer doing herbs, specifically any herbalist. Anyone who's a healer on guiding you on trips, that's his work alone. Anyone who's a healer on divination, hiyo ndio yake, special yake ni divination. Anyone who's a healer na nisia, hiyo ndio yake peke yake. Anyone who's a healer na nakufanyianga magongona, huyo ni kazi yake. Nikiwa wako raona ndo madhabagia. Wale watu nasikianga they wash people sexually when walikuwa na like the Luos, they have those people who do like the sexual cleansing. Hiyo ndio role yake. Haiwezi kuwa kazi yake ni kuosha mabibi wa wenyewe na bado wanafanya divination. So mganga yote anakuambia huwezi kwenda kwa mganga mwingine, that's a fraud. Okay? Akwende na huko, akasikia vibaya na huko kwao. So akikufa hutatengenezwa. So huyo mganga ile siku atakufa, that's it. So if your muganga dies, that's it. So whoever is guiding you on shamanic trips with mushrooms, akikufa hutaona ufalme ya Mungu. So akikufa ni hivyo. You have to think. Guys, you don't like thinking. So mtu anakuja na kuambia, if you don't stop eating meat and do a guided shamanic meditation trip and eat mushrooms, then that's it. So yeye akikufa, you are done. So whoever that muganga ako or whoever that spiritual leader ni yeye. So yeye akikufa ni hivyo, dunia mumeisha. So everything was on him. So now he's the Messiah. Fuck that type of energy and fuck that demon. Even in traditional medicine, our grannies ate meat, especially these was kipata watoto, they are meat. Yeah, but I don't go into that. Some of you are taking things too personally. Some of you are taking things too personally. Now that becomes now debate for hate. Now I have people practicing witchcraft on me day and night because I say you can eat meat. Instead, wewe uende upreach huko vegetation zako na huko Now you affected my me. Now you're over my page. What kind of villa is telling you to eat meat? Me. Go and tell them to eat vegetables on your page alone and leave me alone. Now you can't sleep because of me. Unalala ukifanya witchcraft because of Jenga wa Modhaka. Shame on you. You have to have discernment. Nimekuuliza a very simple question. Huyo mtu anakuambia ati the only way to see the kingdom of heaven is through this I'm giving you. So akikufa you are done. So if that motherfucker, something happens to them, so you are done now. So that is your Messiah now. So you are done. You have to think. Think. Think, people. Think. Think. Think deeply of what that person. Mtu akikwambia kitu, think deeply. Wait a minute. What is this guy saying? Wait. Ati unasema? Ati nisipofanya venye unasema? Oh, shit. Oh. So who choose you? Who choose you? Sasa mtu anataka kuambia ni chosen. So muulize nani alimchagua. So you are the chosen one. So who chose you? God. So if God choose you, he can also choose when they are sale. He can also choose 111. He can also choose whoever is watching me. So ask and you'll be told. It says so in your Bible. Seek and you shall find a good one. Knock and it shall be opened wide. That is what I was thinking. Na akikufa? Yeah, akikufa? Huh? What happened when that motherfucker dies? So you are done. Time is almost. Shout out to Richard for reminding me. See you in a few minutes, Richard. Shout out to everyone who came to the live. Each one. Thank you for your likes, for keeping the live up. 39 is a good number. 39,000 is a good number. 391, that is 13.4. 1013. That's a good number. 13 is a good number. I'll take that. Oh, me change. 39.2. That is again 9 plus 5, 14. 5. 5 is also a good number. I'll also take that one. Shout out to everyone. Each one, teach one. Teamwork makes the dream work. Have you from the bottom of my heart. Whoever is practicing witchcraft on me, keep practicing witchcraft. I know you created a pseudo account. Usifikiria hakuna kitu yako na sijui. Unafikiri unafanya remote viewing. Mimi ndio nilitengeneza remote viewing. Hiyo una practice, mimi ndio nilitengeneza. Ni sasa. You have so much energy on hating instead of concentrating on your page. Imagine the energy you put in hating on me kama unge put into kicking content or teaching your truth. Do you know how far you would be? The energy you put on destroying me, if you put it on working on yourself, do you know how much you'd go? And you know me, I'm indestructible. Me, I adapt every day. Sasa, I adapt any day and every day. So you think ati a WhatsApp group ni kitu ya kunishtua. Me, I delete that WhatsApp group like nonsense. I'm not attached to anything. If hata hii page ya TikTok, I can delete it and feel nothing and start another. Totally nothing to do with spirituality. Totally related to something else and still kick spirituality in that page. Unaona? So I'm not attached to you when you attached na vitu za hii dunia. Fuck this world. I use this world. Everything in this world I use like a bitch. I'm not attached to it. Sir, thank you for reminding us of our power. Nimeingia alafu mtu aseme ati time up. Si mtu anaitwa Richard. Tulikuwa tumepanga kuna mahali naenda. Sasa ni gatho mujiro wa bari ya aigi. Gatho mujiro. Muthe tukuona direct hwaini na mundu gwetwo Juku wa Kamau. I have so much information that I like to share with you. However, I think I'll move a lot of my information now to a podcast because you are becoming too toxic. This is the problem with Africans. I can go international. There are so many people who are thirsting for esoteric wisdom international. Looks like you are too toxic for it. You are not ready. Booga mind. You like victim mentality. You don't like putting in the works. You like free things. Okay? Mnasemanga you are being neglected. You're not being neglected. You manifest this on yourself. Sir, Nidayo. Have a loving day. No apologies, Wanjiru Richard. So sure, yeah. What is the symbol of the top of your car ceiling? Is this a sigil? No, my daughter was playing with her pen. Akachora hapa na akachora ingine hapa. She is allowed. She's a child. She can draw hata amekatakata huku na kisu. We can buy another car. Amechora chora hivyo. So ni yeye amechora. I don't need to draw a sigil on top of my car. Me mwenyewe I'm a moving walking sigil myself. I'm a moving walking sigil. Be active on podcast. I will. Thank you for reminding me. Ni mora gwa ni thayo. Ciao ciao.